Hello everyone, I'm Casper Kuma and welcome to Scarlet Hollow. Now we're gonna be playing episode 1 of this game. There's like, I think there's like 5 episodes, but I don't think they're done with all of them yet, so we're just gonna do the first one for now. This game is made by the same people who made Slay the Princess, so if you like that game, you'll probably like this one. Again, I don't know anything about it though, so I don't know what's going on with this house here and why it looks so precarious on that cliff. But we are gonna get started. Your name is Casper. You live in the city of Pandemonium. We are a girl. Confirm. Select 2 traits. Traits unlock additional paths and dialogue options. Huh, this is interesting. Is this like a... Are we gonna be playing like a D&D sort of thing? I've never played that, but I don't know. This whole making up a character thing. Powerful build. Tough as nails. The pinnacle of fitness. An imposing presence that commands the room. A mean right hook. Mystical, strange and unusual. You see the threads of realities in ways others cannot. Talk to animals. You can talk to animals. Animals can talk to you. A gift and a curse. Street smart. Good at lying and hard to lie to. Fast talker. You can read people and read the room. No door can hold you. Keen eye. Observant with a knack for picking up small details. Empathetic. Book smart. Well read and rational. Possess a wealth of historic knowledge and know when to use it. A talented researcher. Hot, extremely good looking, a natural flirt. People just like you, probably because you're a good person. Well, I like keen eye. I don't know. I feel like observation usually helps out in a lot of cases, so let's go with that. And then I'm kind of interested in either talk to animals or book smart. I mean, book smart seems pretty useful, but I feel like it overlaps with observant a lot. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, I guess if you're observant, you might not, like, you might see something, but you might not know what it is, but book smart, I don't know, street smart, hard to, I mean, I'm guessing in this game we're gonna have to deal with a lot of people and trying to save them in different ways, right? So I'm guessing they're all useful in their own right. I mean, talk to animals could be useful too, like, maybe there'll be like a crime or something, and maybe animals would be the only witness? Mystical. Strange and unusual. You see threads of reality in ways others cannot. I feel like we'll see some really trippy stuff if we pick that one. I kinda want to do talk to animals. I don't know. I'm just curious about what that's gonna do. Let's do that one. Talk to animals. Live up to my panda name. You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you'd only just started managing to drift off, and now here you are, awake and still exhausted. For a moment you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops and CD depots that would have felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of Perlane Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something that you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Fortunately, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So anyway, I was saying... Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking at you without pause. You're not even sure he even stopped when you started to doze off. At first you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. I was up in Maryland looking for work, but mostly mess around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff, you know, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. Wait, what? Dude, what's wrong with you? Hell yeah, that sounds awesome. No, that's like, why would you do that? Dude, what's wrong with you? Dude, what's wrong with you? Pushing joggers into the harbor? That's awful. What if they drowned? Yeah, I was such a shithead back then. I'm still a bit of a shithead, but hey, oh, buddy's perfect. I don't like this guy. He seems like an ass. So this girl comes up to us, swinging her purse, yelling about how she was gonna call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. She actually hit my friend and he said it hurt a lot. So I guess she really was mad and not just playing. But she kept swinging, and soon enough she lost her balance and fell into the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. We had such a good laugh and fished her out, and her phone got soaked so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that, and we've been on and off for about a year, so it's pretty serious. Really? I would have murdered this man. Though about 5 months ago, she tried to break up with me, like, for real, and geez, you ever get so mad you just want to, like, kill somebody? I kind of feel like killing someone right now. Let's not threaten him. I don't know what's gonna happen in this game, but before we got to the title screen, it said something about, you can't save everyone, or something like that. I don't know. So let's not... Like, he seems kind of crazy to begin with. Let's not just antagonize him right away. I never feel that way, no. Oh yeah, all the time. Seriously, what the hell is wrong with you? Let's just... Oh wait, there's more. Smile and pretend he didn't just say that. That seems like a me response. Just like, That's what I do whenever someone says things to me. I'm like, no? Smile and pretend he didn't just say that. You smile and pretend he didn't just say that. I knew you'd get me. We understand each other. Somebody trying to break your heart, that changes a person. Makes them want to do things they never thought they'd want to do. I honestly could have killed that woman. What the hell is wrong with this man? Anyway, she's giving birth to her son right now, so I'm trying to get up to Virginia and be there for it. But I don't know if I'm, like, into that stuff, so I might just wind up on a bus to New York or something instead. I always wanted to go there. Why? Why did she choose this guy? What does this shirt say? I want to, yeah? What does that mean? Kenai, do you love her enough to make this work? Let's try it. I want to see what my trait does. Do you love her enough to make this work? You were so worked up by the thought of losing her that you wanted to kill her, but now that she's giving birth to a child you created together, you're planning on running off? Even if you love her, think about whether that love is strong enough that you'd be able to handle raising a kid together. Think about how your actions are going to impact his life, and whether removing yourself would be better for him in the long run. You know, he did ask us if we ever wanted to just kill a person. I think I want to kill this man. I hate it. I hate it when people just start going on their phone when you talk, or when, like, you're in the middle of talking to them. It's like, what's wrong with you? Pay attention, damn it. Yeah, good stuff to think about. Anyways, where do you say you were headed? Just a small town. You probably... I don't want to really tell this guy. He's a creep. What if he follows us, you know? I didn't. I didn't. No need to be nasty. I was just asking. Not like I'm gonna follow you off the bus or anything. I don't know if I trust that. So if you aren't getting off at my stop, then you must be headed to Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the old holler, as they call it in these parts. That's the only other stop until this bus turns around. I ride it pretty often, so I'd know. Almost nobody ever goes up that way, though. Come to think of it. I had a couple of buddies who went there to work in the mine. There's a coal mine up there in the holler, you see? There's always a job listing or two on the boards around here. If I knew anything, anywhere where there's a coal mine is a horrible place to go. I feel like they're always the source of some weird monster or whatever, or murder. This is a bad location to go to. I never want to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are. Thanks, but my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while, now that I think about it. I should see if they're on Facebook. See how they're doing up there. Hope they didn't die! Ha! He looks back at his phone, for once focused on something other than you. Oh, this is me. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me around to talk to. Here, I have something for you. The stranger rifles through his pack before presenting you a dripping bag of peanuts. You can keep that to yourself. I don't want your dripping nuts. Ew. They're boiled peanuts. I got them at the gas station a few buses back. I noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. Is that a thing? Boiled peanuts? I have never heard of such a thing. I've heard of roasted, never boiled. This seems disgusting. Plus, they dripped all over my bag, so I don't have to worry about carrying them anymore. Tip: sometimes picking a dialogue option establishes new facts about who you are. I am not the type of person to say nice, I love boiled peanuts. That's disgusting. Take the peanuts. No thanks. Screw you and your peanuts. I'm actually allergic to peanuts. Eat the peanuts. I am not eating those peanuts. Maybe that'd be useful though. You know? Because, like, I have the talk to animals. We might be able to feed them to an animal. They might enjoy this. Like, what if we run into a squirrel? I don't know. And we need to barter. Take the peanuts. You take the peanuts. Thanks. You're welcome. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend. Well, that was a discussion. And just like that, the stranger's gone. Maybe you can finally get some sleep. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow. End of the line. Almost there. Seems like a Gravity Falls kind of town. The bus finally comes to a stop. Its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. The sign at least reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk. Though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. The driver quickly shuts the door behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you in this place behind. Hey, Casper. You instantly recognized a worn young woman from the few public photos on her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be here. You want some boiled peanuts? I don't think anyone wants boiled peanuts. Looks like somebody needs a hug. That sounds like an asshole. Hey, Tabitha. That's good. Go with that. Hey, Tabitha. Hey, Tabitha. Come on, let's go back to the estate. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. I like her little pointer. It's like a little severed hand. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Tip: dialogue options labeled Explore can usually be taken without advancing the story. They can impact relationships and unlock additional story paths, so choose carefully. Okay. So we can pick, it's like Sully the Princess. We can pick them, but they might change things too. That's a horrible thing to say. I guess we're both members of the Dead Moms Club now, huh? I mean, I guess it's lighthearted, but I don't know if this is a situation. How are you holding up? So the funeral. Can't believe we've never actually met before this. How you holding up? How you holding up? Fine. Are you sure? You seem tense. Yeah, let's go with that. Are you sure you're alright? You seem tense. You know you can talk to me, right? I went through something similar when my mom passed. She tenses up even more at the mention of your mom before letting out a heavy sigh. Maybe it's a sore spot for her. You quickly apologize. I'm sorry. I know that's probably not what you're looking to hear right now. Look, I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine. Really. Okay. So... the funeral. So, the funeral. It's on Sunday, right? Yep, like I told you. I don't think she wants to talk to us. Have you worked out all the details yet? Taken care of. Don't need any help. Alright, I don't think she's into talking to us. Let's remain silent. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. Sometimes that's the best thing to do, I think. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you. Someone used to cramp apartments in gray cities. It's about to fall off the cliff. I would not want to be anywhere near it. This thing's gonna collapse. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you. A jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot a long, long time ago. We got a little bit of Satan in here, a little bit of cherubs. A doggy, though. That's a good one. You're hit with a blast of dusty air as you step across the threshold into the foyer. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive, each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak on their hinges and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, you'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen. And the hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. Cool, thanks. So you live here? It's beautiful. Like, it's beautiful. This place is falling apart. I thought you were loaded. Can't you afford to fix the stump? Remain silent. It's probably best to just be quiet. She doesn't seem like she's in the mood. I see that you're in awe. You should be. This house was the prized jewel of this region for a long time. It's quite the magnificent piece of architecture even now. So shall we take our tour? Follow me. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through the long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace your steps. Man, she like never cleans in this place. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie. Are you sure she does the cleaning? I think you're getting scammed. Angry kitty. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixings for peanut butter and jelly. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, and you can also access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Tip: some explorer options prevent you from taking others. Okay, choose carefully. Someone cleans this place? You said someone actually cleans this place. Have you ever actually seen that happen, or does someone just say that and leave? I kind of want to say that. It seems a little less aggressive. I don't know. Which one's more aggressive? Someone cleans this place, or you said someone actually cleans this place? Let's go with option number 2. You said someone actually cleans this place? Have you ever actually seen that happen, or does someone just say that and leave? Oh, I keep a close watch on Janie. She cleans. Maybe it's not up to your sleek city standards, but this is an old house in the country. There's a level of dirt and grime you have to learn to live with. I don't think this is that level. I think this is a bit more extreme. Your cabinet is falling off. And your window is broken. Y'all could try a little harder, though. Whatever, let it go. I don't know. She doesn't give very friendly vibes. Alright, sorry. I mean, you never know. She's dealing with a lot. Maybe she actually liked her mom. It's hard to tell. Wonderful. Now that you're done insulting my kitchen, do you have any other questions before we move on to the next part of our tour? Let's just... Alright, what's next? Alright, what's next on the tour? Bathroom. Follow me. Great, it's been hours since I've gone. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. Oh yeah, I can talk to you. Approach the cat. Don't try to pet Fro-Fro. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. Ne me parle pas. What? Sorry, I don't speak French. I'm sorry, little lady. Je ne parle pas français. Of course, how terribly, typically American. I shall debase myself by speaking your tongue, but only so that I might insult you directly to your face, you uncultured swine. Aha, very funny. Her name sounds French. Stop wasting my time and let's finish the tour. You once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights it'll get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being, you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floors. Guest bathroom. Not much to show, it's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must if you must. Ugh, this place is a dump. Damn, you live like this? It's a wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor. Who exactly uses this bathroom? Wait, are you sure this toilet works? This is the worst bathroom I've ever seen. What a nice bathroom! Never mind, I don't need to go. Who exactly uses this bathroom? Who exactly uses this bathroom? Guests. There's like bloody tissues and, you know, it's disgusting. Lots of hair dye. And you brush your teeth with wine? Wait, are you sure this toilet works? Yes, why wouldn't it? The water bill gets paid, therefore the toilet works. Now do your business so we can move on. Okay. You sigh in resignation. Okay. That's the spirit. Just do it. Lift the toilet seat. Oh, that's disgusting. Scram, fellas. The jig's up. Oh, the bugs can talk to me too. Oh man, I forgot that they are also animals. Bugs skitter from the toilet bowl as you lift up the seat. Use the... You're good, actually. Let's just use it. The bugs have left. Why not? Use the facilities. Otherwise, we're gonna pee our pants somewhere, you know? The toilet is a toilet. Sure, it could be cleaner, but your business needs doing, and this is as good a place as any. You do what you must and rejoin your cousin out in the hall. Next up, guest bedroom. Last stop on the tour. Follow me. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. The room smells old. Dust, mildew, wood rot, it has it all. A week of sleeping in this place might give you a permanent lung damage. I was thinking this earlier, but with the portraits, I would not be able to be in this place. Like, I don't know, my grandparents' house had like a lot of these like big portraits of people on the walls, and I don't like them. I don't like portraits of people. I don't like figurines or dolls or sculptures like of people. They make me uncomfortable. They make me feel like I'm being watched. I always like, whenever I'd stay over, I would just kind of take them down and put them in the closet. Like, I can't do it. I can't sleep with something watching me. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. I had Janie wash them last week. I had to endure a half-an-hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you better be grateful. The closet is full of old family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty. What's with all the boxes? This room is amazing. What a dump. It seems a little dusty. This room is nice, thank you. Who used to sleep here? Guess I'll get started. What's with all the boxes? Old family stuff. Okay, I won't press you. Great, thanks. I mean, we can always look at them after she leaves. This room is nice, thank you. This is a nice room, thank you. Good. You should be honored to stay in a historic landmark such as this. Every piece of furniture in this room is a genuine antique, handed down through the family for generations. This is not an IKEA bedroom or whatever such nonsense you're used to in the city. Alright, well, I guess I'll get started. Settled. Start to get settled. Follow me, I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. I don't like that painting. It's like it's like that Halloween guy, is that it? The guy with the mask, the hockey mask, Jason? Something like that, I don't know. He looks like that. This concludes our tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. Tip, some dialogue options will open additional conversational paths. Some right away, some others down the line. Damn, there's so much that affects other stuff. There's bad blood between our moms, but there doesn't have to be between us. I feel like, I don't know, that might be a bit much for the moment. I mean, let's give it a shot. There's bad blood between our moms, but there doesn't have to be between us. I don't know what happened when my mom left, but that has nothing to do with me. You asked me to come here, but you're acting all pissed off that I actually came. Can't we just start fresh, now that it's just us? Look, I'm sorry I've been testy since you've got here, but you aren't exactly one to talk. You've been a horrible guest. Maybe we can start fresh tonight. Just stay out of my hair until then, okay? I have work to do. Alright, well, I probably shouldn't ask. I won't keep you, but we should hang out when you get back. Alright, I won't keep you, but we should hang out when you get back. We'll see. There's a lot that needs to get done this week. Your cousin leaves through the front door. Now it's just you. You and this sprawling, decrepit estate. PB&J sounds great right now. I don't know, but we could go back to that room and see if the cat's still there. Let's go there. PB&J sounds great right now. You haven't had anything to eat all day. The only things louder than your stomach right now are the creaks and moans of the ancient place. Of this ancient place. A PB&J sounds exactly what you need to take on the rest of... It's exactly what you need to take on the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen. Man, if only I could read. I should have tried harder in English class. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task, given the state of the place, but the aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh your fear of food poisoning. Oh yeah, we should probably not eat anything here. We should have probably gone to town. To get started, you'll probably need to find some peanut butter, jelly, bread, and a plate, and a knife. I want to talk to the animal. Approach Frofro. Frofro hisses at you as you draw near and remains firmly in place. You might want to talk to me, but I don't want to talk to you. Go away. I don't know how to do a French accent, I'm sorry. I don't know if cats can eat boiled peanuts. I mean, we can offer. You want some boiled peanuts? Extend your arm and offer Frofro your bag of boiled peanuts as a token of peace. I feel like we got off to the wrong foot. Want some boiled peanuts? Mon Dieu, non. Mon Dieu, non? I'm guessing that's a no. Do you like living here? So do you like living here? I despise small talk. If you won't take the hint, I suppose I'll have to take things into my own hands. Don't hurt me. Frofro lunges at your hands and bites you hard. You back away. Damn it. Alright, let's search the fridge. As you approach the fridge, your eyes catch a note taped to the door reading, Janie, stay out, in all caps. Below it in separate handwriting are the words, Okie dokie. You open the fridge. You already feel a deep urge to wash your hands even though you haven't yet to touch anything other than the handle. Let's examine the old takeout. Ugh. Why did you do that? What were you expecting? This takeout container is disgusting beyond words. A liquefied mess wholly congealed in a styrofoam shell. You can't even tell what it used to be. The substance doesn't just smell bad, it smells ancient. Eat it. That's disgusting. For God's sake, put it back. Your body reacts before you even register what you're doing, compelled by a deep primal disgust. How would you ever eat that? Shove the container back into the fridge, pushing into the depths of the shelves and out of your mind. Hopefully you can forget it exists and move on with your life. I guess take the jelly. You reach out for one of the unopened jars of grape jelly, carefully checking its expiration date. You breathe a sigh of relief when you realize it's recent. So this was either purchased specifically for you, or jelly was one of the few things in the kitchen that Tabitha actually uses. All you need now is a plate, a knife, bread, and some peanut butter. Better close the fridge and keep looking. Let's close the fridge. I don't need to check the other things. You return to the kitchen, closing the fridge behind you. Search the pantry. A dead mouse. Tabitha sure loves her mac and cheese. That's a lot of bread. And peanut butter. And mac and cheese. She doesn't eat much. Keen-eyed, look closer. What the hell? You squint in the darkness of the pantry. Behind the molded bread, a single book lies forgotten. A thin layer of dust collected on its cover. You pick it up. Have him coming back for seconds. Ew. You flip to a bookmarked page. Both Calf's Brain and Aspic are unappetizing enough on their own, and you can only imagine how vile the combination of the two would be. What kind of person would call this their favorite food? No wonder your mom ran far, far from this place. Teddy's favorite. Serve on toast with plain crackers. Who's Teddy? I feel like we should remember this, and I feel like we'll forget about it. Should I write it down? I don't know what's important in this game. I'm gonna write it down, just in case. You never know. I mean, the game might remember for me, but just in case if it doesn't, I'm gonna just I'm gonna put Teddy, calf, brain, aspic on toast, or cracker. I don't know if this is important, but you never know. Seems like a lot of dialogue options are important in this game, though. Oops, I hit the button and now I'm angry. Yeah, we don't need that. You shut the book and put it back in its place. I want to examine the mac and cheese. You pick up a box of Tabitha's mac and cheese. You can't say you've ever seen the brand before. This ain't Kraft. Lies. Alright, put it back. Oh, empty the box and stuff it with the dead mouse on the shelf. Oh, that's weird. Put it back. Staying away from the mac and cheese was your one cousin's hard rules. She already seems to not like you. You put the box where you found it, reluctant to make things worse than they already are. Alright, take the bread. You pick up one of the non-moldy loaves of bread. Great, one step closer to a satisfying snack. All you need now is a plate, a knife, and some peanut butter. Take the peanut butter. GIF? Or is it Jif? The king of nut butters, and only 3% of each jar is mashed up cockroaches. Oh. The only things you need now are a plate and a knife. Close the pantry. I don't like that there's like a limit to how much insects can be in your food. Like there's a max. Like I don't know. I feel like they should just make that 0. You shouldn't have any bugs in your food. But I guess it's a little unavoidable. I don't know. It's pretty disgusting though. Close the pantry door as best as you can and turn back to the rest of the kitchen. I want to look in the cabinets. This cabinet must be where Tabitha keeps the dishware, and oddly enough, the utensils. Let's see. Examine the mug. I was blown away at Blowing Rock, North Carolina. So your aunt and cousin actually traveled sometimes, even if it was only for a few hours from the estate. Maybe you can route your return trip through Blowing Rock. It might be nice to see some local sights before heading home. Examine the shot glass. It reads, I survived Deb's 50th. Your aunt's name was Perline, so this wasn't from her 50th. From the few short stories you've heard from Mom, Perline wasn't exactly the type to have kitschy friends who gave out themed shot glasses at their birthday parties. Maybe it belongs to Janie. You imagine she might need an alcoholic beverage to get through the cleaning this place, especially with Tabitha's sour face peering over her shoulder. Alright, grab the plate and butter light. Actually, let's grab a bowl, see what happens. Ew, moth trap. You reach for a bowl, but as soon as you pull it down, a blend of vinegar and dead moth splashes onto you, immediately staining your shirt. On the back of the bowl is a note that reads, Mouth trap, do not touch. Whoops. Aw, man. Idiot. Hey, don't be mean, cat. Your shirt is now unpleasantly wet. You'll probably change into something clean before you leave the house. Alright, get the plate and the butter knife. You grab a plate and a butter knife. This is the last ingredient you need to make your PB&J. Time to get to work. Close the cabinet. You close the cabinet and look back to the rest of the kitchen. Alright, make that PB&J. Despite the state of the horrendous kitchen, you have successfully combined your 3 ingredients to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Congratulations, you can feed yourself. A job well done. All that hassle and it took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies in front of you. Let's check out the garden. The garden was reclaimed by the wilderness long ago. It might not be very safe, but who's to stop you from venturing deeper? Explore the garden. You wander further into the garden. It's quiet out here. There's nothing out here to look at. Return to the kitchen, I guess. I wonder if we had different traits. We have to find something. You head back inside and close the door behind you. You're done here. Congratulations. You've eaten and have a full day ahead of you. What do you want to do next? Well, we probably shouldn't do that. Investigating the Forbidden Wing. Let's head to town? Or maybe we should go to our room now. Let's go to town. Although we're still in a gross shirt. There's not much left for you to do here other than head out and explore the town. You do just that. Before leaving the house, you rinse off and change into a clean shirt. You're not about to meet new people coated in vinegar and dead moths. There we go. Perfect. If you'd known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. If only you could wipe the slate between the two of you clean and bury some of the tension, though maybe her mom's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. Continue down the path. It's really pretty out here. Go on. Ghost town. Finally, he made it back to town. The holler, as that guy on the bus called it. He's probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Oh, little doggy! Hello! Gretchen, come back! Quit bothering strangers! Why, I do declare, who is this stranger, and why does she smell of peanut butter? Oh, that was the dog. Sorry about that. Gretchen can be very slippery when she wants to be. She loves to get loose and cause havoc. Explore, talk to animals. Offer Gretchen your boiled peanuts. I mean, I don't know if we're allowed to. It's nice to meet you, Gretchen. Pet the dog. Pug, she's so cute. Tell me more about this wonderful creature. I don't do well with dogs. It's nice to meet you, Gretchen. I don't know if it's okay to feed the dog peanuts. It's nice to meet you, Gretchen. I'm Casper. Oh, my. I can't remember the last time a newcomer who was so wonderfully polite. Last time I met a newcomer who was so wonderfully polite. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Casper. This is a nice doggy. Huh, that's a funny way to introduce yourself. I'm Stella. It's not often I see a strange face up in the holler. Every now and then there's a new crop of coal folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. You aren't in the town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? I really want to give this dog some boiled peanuts. Yep. Yep, I just got into town today. Wow, I didn't think there'd be anyone else coming. Are you staying with Tabby? How's she holding up? Upon mention of your cousin, Gretchen mutters under her breath. One of these days I'll get that Tabitha to pet me. I haven't seen her since Perline passed, or for a while before that, now that I think about it. I'm sorry, did you say Tabby? Why do you want to know? She's putting on a front. Oh, I know that she's putting on a front? Even though we just met a couple hours ago, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried about her. Oh, are we talking about Tabitha putting on a front, or this lady? We'll go with our keen eye. She's putting on a front. I don't think she's doing too well. She's been icy, sure, but it feels like she's putting it on as a front. She's always been a little rough around the edges. To be honest, it's always been hard to tell if it's just the way she is, or if she's just putting on an act her whole life. I think she's been up in that old mansion all by herself. It'll probably be good for her now that you're staying there, even if she doesn't think so herself. How long have you known her? Oh, quite a long time. This town's really small, so everybody's known everybody else as far back as they can remember. Tabby and I got a little close when we were both in school's production of A Midsummer's Night Dream. I was Puck and she was Mustard Seed. As you might have expected, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated, and that was that. I haven't seen that girl or her horrible little cat since I was middle-aged. Oh, before it slips my mind, if you're staying up in that spooky old mansion, you must have met the Frofro. How does that monster fare? I mean, if we talk to animals, then we're talking to the dog and not her. That might be weird. Oh, I will pet her if it's the last thing I do. It sounds like you and Frofro have a history. Ignore Gretchen. Let Stella discover your quirk. Oh, Stella discover your quirk. Yeah, do we want her to know that we can talk to animals? I guess we should ignore it. You never know. If we fess up all of our secrets, it might not be good for us in the future. Ignore Gretchen. Let's Stella discover your quirk. We might make the dog sad for a bit, but I feel like if we offer it a treat later, it'll join back under our side. You choose to ignore Gretchen's question. At least Stella discover your secret powers. If you do see that devil of a cat, please send my regards, and do let her know that not only do I still draw breath, but I still very much still plan to outlive her. Good for you, Gretchen. Oh, if you just got to town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to the diner for coffee, and they've got amazing biscuits. My treat. Follow her. Much better than that weird PB&J. The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air. In contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of a family estate, the diner is filled with the comforting din of human life. Oh, now they're all looking at me though. I don't like it. All of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize there's a stranger that has entered the establishment. Hey everyone, I'm Casper. What are you looking at? Quietly slide in the nearest booth. Silently stare at the patrons. I mean, they're all just looking at me. I feel like it's weird to say nothing. Hey everyone, I'm Casper. Nice to meet you. Just in town for the funeral. Before anyone can respond, you and Stella casually slide into the booth, pretending the whole town didn't just gawk at you like a sideshow attraction. They're talking about me. Holler playing? I don't know what that says. Looks like your entrance was a little more dramatic than you were expecting, huh? Folks around here don't meet many strangers as is, and with who you're related to, well, let's just say you'll be the talk of the town for a while. Kenai, as soon as you settle into the booth, you can't help but pick up some of the murmurs of conversation around you. Listen in. Stella turns to Gretchen while you take a quick look around the diner. At the counter, two policemen and a woman you assume to be the owners shoot sidelong glances in your direction while whispering to each other. Vivian's kid. Never thought we'd actually meet her. Looks so much like her. Oh yes, those eyes are unmistakable. That haunted look. I always thought it would go away once she finally got out of this town, but I guess unhappiness was baked into her DNA. Mm-hmm. A young mother and her syrup-stained child stood at the table across from you. Mommy, who's that? Don't stare, Tulip. That's Miss Tabitha's cousin. Oh, so that's why she looks sad. I'd be sad too if I had Miss Tabitha as a cousin. Do you think Tabitha's cousin is mean too? I don't know. Well, I'll find out next time I go to visit Miss Tabitha. Are you gonna finish your pancakes? They're almost cold, Sweet Pea, and we've got to get home to help Daddy. In the far back corner sits a man alone at a small table, sipping coffee and reading a paper. Why are the strangers who wander into town never gorgeous blonde ladies of an appropriate age? Why is it always cold boys, punks, and whippersnappers? What do you mean by appropriate age? That sounds suspicious. Lastly, a group of coal miners sit hunched at the corner booth, readily scarfing down heaping plates of food. So that's the boss's cousin. There's that funeral this week, if I'm remembering right, for old Miss Perline. May she rot in peace. Oh, let the lady rest, Lloyd. One shouldn't speak ill of the dead, no matter how foul they were, especially before they've been so much as lain to rest. If you've been around here lately, you'd be speaking ill too, Tommy. He's right. Nastiest woman I've ever met. That Tabitha's a blessing compared to her. Curse a whole lot of them. May ever Scarlet burn in hell. That's enough of that. Hey, Stella, I went up ahead and fixed you up a coffee. They gracefully placed a cup of specially brewed coffee in front of Stella. Aw, shucks. Thanks, Avery. And here's some bacon for the little lady. For me? For me? Gretchen stiffs the bacon and digs in. Tip, you can hit the H button on your keyboard to hide the text box anytime. Oh. Aw, it's adorable. Good for you, Gretchen. Anything for you? You want some peanuts? Why do we just keep trying to give this to everybody? I I did eat, but I don't know. We should order something, you know? We shouldn't just sit here and take up their space. I feel like that's a bad look. You have to order something when you go to a restaurant, even if it is just a drink. Let's get a coffee. Just a coffee, thanks. No problem. Avery pours the fragrant brew into an empty mug in front of you. They linger after pouring your coffee, turning to you nervously. Oh, and I'm, sorry for your loss. Before you have the chance to respond, they're gone. Should have gone for the biscuit. They're really good, but I guess you've got all week. Maybe you'll get one tomorrow. Anyways, this funeral's not till Sunday, right? That gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. I'm trying to think if there are any cool events going on this week. There's always the reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyway. Oh, and I'm pretty sure that Avery's throwing a party Saturday night. So that's a fun thing to look forward to. And there's the weekly Sunday potluck. That should be right after the funeral too, so it'll be a special occasion. You look so sad. You finished all your bacon, buddy? Oh no. Is potluck like a church thing? Cool. None of them really strike my fancy. Cool. Sounds neat. Maybe I'll check some of these things out. Anyway, those are all the big events I can think of. As for the day-to-day, any idea how you want to kill time for the rest of the week? Do you have something in mind? Something's telling me this is a loaded question. You've got something in mind. Was I being that obvious? My job means I spend a lot of time in the woods with my camera, and it's always better when there's someone else there to... Before Stella can finish, Avery returns, biscuits in tow. Is there nothing else coming for me? Gosh, if I had known that plate of bacon had been my main and only course, I would have waited before digging in. Hey, when anyone give you a biscuit? On the house. She sends her condolences. Oh, thanks! Looks great. Thanks, Avery, it looks great. You pick up the biscuit. It's delicate and fluffy. It nearly crumbles at your touch. Buttery warmth emanates from its surface. You take a bite, and it melts in your mouth, as if nothing but butter spreaded in a thin matrix of dough. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. Whoa. Yeah, let's go with whoa. Whoa, this is a really good biscuit. Wow. I'm so glad you like it. Avery lingers at the table for a moment. So, has Stella mentioned she's famous? Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. Look, if you're not gonna go around tooting your own horn, you know I'm gonna do it for you. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. Oh boy. What kind of videos do you do? Cool, what kind of videos do you do? She hunts cryptids. You should really check out her channel, Casper. It's amazing. I think the best video to start with would be that river one. Not the lake, but you know, the controversial one. Oh yeah, the Catawba river runner. I didn't expect much of that footage at the time, but it wound up being my most popular video by far. So the river runner is a cryptid that's only known for single sightseeing. Two Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird at the Catawba River, and that's all I had to go on. But then I wound up catching this on camera. Still pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in the river. Kenai, despite the shaky camera footage, you can clearly make out the shape of the creature's head and its relative body proportions. You're pretty sure it's a cat, a big one at that. Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that was the case, I think it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I've ever seen. I also had a lot of people saying it was a dog or maybe even a capybara, but that must have escaped from a local wildlife sanctuary. It was a great mountain lion. I could smell its stink from miles away. Oh, so the dog does know. Okay, so we know there's a mountain lion in the woods, or the river, or whatever. I'm still not sure what it was. I'm the only one who saw that thing with my own two eyes. It's a mountain lion. Talk to animals. Gretchen thinks it's a mountain lion. We should probably not say it, but, like, not talk to the animal. It looks like a big cat. Looks like a big cat. See, it's got those little kitty ears right there. Maybe it's a mountain lion. No, no way. It's absolutely not a mountain lion. There are no mountain lions this far east. I did a whole video on the application mountain lion. Myth and found Jack Squat. And there's no reason one would be swimming in the river like this. They're not fans of water. And the body is too long. No way. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. Sure, it's not like any local sanctuaries were missing one, but there's always people keeping exotic animals as pets. Kind of a sewer gator type situation. Exactly, some exotic pet owner set it free. Now it will forever roam the Catawba, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. So speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if you'd maybe want to come along. It's a pretty easy one this week. We won't even have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after the... Wait, no spoilers. Oops, sorry, Avery. It's okay, I should probably get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends. See you around. Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after the skunk ape. What's a skunk ape? Isn't that just worse Bigfoot? What's a skunk ape? What's a skunk ape? It's like Bigfoot, but smellier. Most skunk ape sightings are from Florida, but while I was doing research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from a town over claimed to have seen one on her deck, playing tug-of-war with her dog. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. So what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against a darkening sky, that sort of thing. I mean, if we say, are you gonna be there, Gretchen? Like, it's just kind of gonna be like silly, like, oh, like, are you gonna be there, Gretchen? Like, it's not gonna be like serious, like, are you Gretchen? Are you coming? And let's just ask, are you gonna be there, Gretchen? It depends. Are you gonna be there, Gretchen? Oh, naturally. I wouldn't want any misfortune to befall my beloved Stella. I must stay by her through thick and thin, however odd her passions may be. Of course, it's actually been a while since I've had anyone but Gretchen out there with me. Say no more, I'm in. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I actually started the channel with a couple of buddies of mine back in middle school, so it'll be kind of like a blast from the past. Me and Kanika and Reese are running around in the woods, flipping over rocks and bothering salamanders. Our videos were terrible, but we had a lot of fun, and that's all that mattered to us. You know, that gets me thinking. I wonder if they'd be down to come along with us, get the old gang back together, though I guess Kanika has to close out the general store tonight, so I'm pretty sure she's a no-go. But Reese, I think there's a decent chance we could get him to come out of his hidey hole, if he's up for it. You mind if I make a quick call? Stella pulls out her phone and dials it, waiting while it rings. Reese, dude, what's up? It feels like it's been forever. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want me to come by, or... Okay, if you're really sure, but if you change your mind... Oh, I was just calling to ask you if you wanted to come out to the woods tonight. I met somebody cool in town today. She's Tabitha's cousin. I know, yeah, just here for the week. Anyway, we're going to look for skunk ape. Oops. We could take the easier trails, if that would help. Dang, man, that sounds awful. I hope you take it easy tonight. I'll swing by sometime this week and we can have more of a low-key hang. How's that? Yeah, I'll bring her. Talk to you soon. Bye, bud. Reese, there's always something off about that boy. No. Oh, that's the dog talking. I never liked the smell of him. Looks like it's just you and me, pal. That's weird. What's up with Reese? Is he okay? He's not feeling well, that's all. He had a lot going on in the past, gosh, 10 years or so? But I feel like it's gotten a lot worse recently. Can't remember the last time I saw him leave the house. Oh well, it's not my place to talk about it, really. I just got a little excited thinking about having him along again. He's hilarious. You'd love him. We should swing by his place sometime this week. We'll see. The dog doesn't like him. I don't want to be like, yeah, sure, because I don't think we should do that. We'll just say we'll see. We'll see. I don't know how much I should commit to during this week. That's fair, but if you find you have the time, he'd love to meet you. And I think you'd get along. But we can talk about making friendship plans later. For now, we've got skunk ape to hunt. So we should probably head out if we want to make it up the mountain before it's too dark. Come on, let's blow this popsicle sand. Are we gonna get eaten by a mountain lion because I couldn't convince them that that was a big cat? You paused before getting up. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. I mean... Let's just leave a tip. Let's just be normal. I don't know. Or we can leave a generous one. They did give us a free biscuit after all. Let's do that. Let's leave a generous tip. Reach into your pocket and pull out a crumpled $5 bill. You know it's a bit more than one would expect from such a short dining experience, but you might as well share the wealth while you've got it. Smooth out the bill before placing it on the table inconspicuously. Aw, that's awesome of you. Avery will appreciate that, I'm sure. Stella turns to leave the diner with you, following close behind. That looks so ominous. That thing's gonna totally fall down. That is so incredibly dangerous looking. I would not want to go back up there. That thing looks like you could blow on it and it'll fall over. Oh no. I mean, it kind of looks like the Edith Finch house, but like at least the Edith Finch house had like a bit more foundation on it. This one's like right on the edge of this cliff. I don't know. It hasn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. You feel more alive than you've been in years, strangely calm, tense, unsettled, nothing. Tense. You feel tense, on edge. Something terrible could happen at any moment. Every snapping twig, rustling leaf makes your heart beat faster and your eyes go wider. Stella, by comparison, is jaunty. You wish you had her confidence. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. There we go. The past summer was the hottest one on record, since last year at least. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest yet until the next summer, which always has to find a way to be so much worse. It's just nice to feel a chill in the air and see the leaves change, like normalcy is restored, if only for a moment. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. Do you ever hunt things that aren't cryptids, like ghosts or whatnot? Has anything ever bad happened on these hikes? What's the weirdest thing you've seen out here other than cryptids? Let's do that one. What's the weirdest thing you've seen out here, other than anything cryptid related, of course? Oh gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of the nest and eating them. That was pretty messed up. Aren't deers supposed to be vegetarians or herbivores or whatever? Do they eat meat? But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen tons of videos of other deer doing it, so I'm not sure if it counts as weird anymore. Oh, Tetanus Lake. That's definitely the weirdest. It's like a 5-foot deep, 35-foot wide pile of old cans and bottles and assorted garbage with grass and trees growing on it, so you could barely tell it was there until you stepped on it. It was practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed, but you could still fall through if you weren't careful, hence the name. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in there. I'm so afraid that like a mountain lion's gonna come out of the bushes and just take away Gretchen. It's all stuff from the 50s too, which is super neat. Why are they texting me so much? Hold on. Okay, there we go. I salvaged a few bottles that I kept in my dresser as a little souvenir. Has anything bad ever happened on these hikes? Has anything bad ever happened on one of these hikes? You know, just curious. Let me think. I don't like it. She looks scared. There was that one time back in early high school when Reese fell down a cliff. But he was fine. We had some folks from town rig up a pulley to get him off get him out of the ravine, and his leg only took a couple of months to heal. All in all, not too bad. Though I guess there was also that time I was out here alone and kinda got stuck in the cave. I was getting great footage of what I thought was a family of wampus cats. What the hell is a wampus cat? But I wasn't able to wiggle my way back out. Turns out that the wampus cats were actually skunks who very much did not appreciate me blocking the entrance of their hidey hole. Ew. And instead of running for help, Gretchen just sat outside, bored to tears. Lassie she is not. As if I made sure to get those nasty little give those nasty little skunks a piece of my mind. And that's what I did. And I kept Stella company, just as she would for me if I decided to hide in the hole for hours. It took about an hour to get loose, which was pretty intense, but a few tomato juice baths later and I was right as rain, so it could have been a lot worse. Oh, and there was a time when I actually stumbled into old Duke's property and nearly got my head shot off. I always wondered how did the person who, like, figured out that tomato juice or whatever solves, like, skunk stink. Like, how did they figure that out? How many weird fruits and, like, juices did they have to bathe in until they figured out how to use tomato sauce to do it? But that happens to everybody sooner or later. I'd barely count it. So yeah, these hikes aren't all that dangerous, all things considered. Are you sure it's safe? I'm sorry, did you say you almost got shot? Are you sure it's safe out here? You know, I'm a little surprised to see you getting cold feet. I know we just met, but I had you pegged as pretty adventurous. I really wouldn't worry about Duke though. He might be a little jumpy, but he means well, and these trails are way off from his farm. Duke is a sweetheart, Casper. You shouldn't be concerned about him, except for that part where he almost shot off your head. I don't know if that counts as sweetheart energy. And if it makes you feel any better, I've been out on these trails with him before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through the woods when he walks. We'll hear him long before he sees us. But if he can't see us, what if he shoots us, and he couldn't see that it was us, and he thinks that we're something else? And the wildlife isn't anything to be afraid of either. The worst I've seen up here is occasional black bear, and even they scare easily. But hey, there's no point in worrying about whatever bad stuff may happen to us. Sure, sometimes worrying can help you prepare for something, but we're as prepared as we can be. I even carry bear mace. And if you're as prepared as you can be, why give in your anxiety when you can have fun instead? It's not like being anxious ever stopped anything bad from happening. In my experience, all it does is make bad things worse. The only thing you can do is tell yourself, this has happened and there's no going back to before this bad thing happened. And then you might work on making things better. Anyway, all this is to say we're good. Don't worry. Alright, well, let's go. Whatever. Let's move on. Did you hear that? Oh, come on, dude. Oh, fuck. Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Oh, Duke, you rascal. Same to you, Stella. You're always jumping at nothing, girl. Phew, sorry for getting spooked, Duke. I thought you were some creature of darkness. Nah, girly, just old Duke. Now, what the hell are you looking for way out here? Skunk ape. Sorry I asked. And who's this you suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick. You are... Is that... Yep. I see. Welcome to the holler. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. Another stranger, another opportunity for a salty introduction. You want some boiled peanuts? I mean, he might. He seems like the type who might. You want some boiled peanuts? You hold out a slippery bag in front of Duke. It's grown quite fragrant since you first put it in your rucksack, like the scent of old beer, but you're pretty sure that that's what it's supposed to smell like. Boiled peanuts from your backpack? No, I'm all set, thank you. Now, both of you all head back to town, you hear? It's best you steer well clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter, and I won't be too appreciative if a couple of fools with the camera scare away the more sensitive wildlife. What are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy? Something musky? You see anything like that recently? Wouldn't you like to know? You could never stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Put that damned camera down. Oh, come on, Duke. Maybe I could help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know I learned from the best. That you did, but I have yet to see a shred of proof that you listened to any of it. The way you tromp around the woods at night yelling about chunkabungus or what have you. Something's been getting at my chickens. I lost 3 this week, and I can't afford to lose any more than that. I'm so sorry to hear that. But, I wonder if Skunk Ape has a taste for chicken. Now, this is why I don't come to you about these things. It ain't no Skunk Ape, whatever the hell it is. I know exactly what it is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do, actually. It's those damn mountain lions. They're out there, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. Those sons of bitches are sneaky. Of course you wouldn't find any in one night of tracking. And I know for a fact that what's been getting at my that's what's been getting at my chickens. It couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hasn't been an actual sighting since the 1990s, and even those were iffy. It's true. There are mountain lions out here, sure as sin. They pee all over the best trees. Gretchen knows everything. I can't believe you got out there on your YouTube saying some river monster spotted by a couple of school-aged Boy Scouts has been 100% confirmed. Yet Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. You made me look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video. They were calling me all kinds of names just for seeing things with my own eyes, and I know to be true. I'm sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. I just don't think it's plausible. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of these woods at dawn. And if you two don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of the woods tonight. Yeah, okay. What if you find a mountain lion? Don't kill it. Right on, Duke. You kill that mountain lion. Can you just buy more chickens? Don't butt in. This is between Duke and Stella. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely a mountain lion. I mean, yeah, let's just tell him to kill it. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Stella yet, to be quite honest. Right on, Duke. Kill that mountain lion. Hell yeah, right on, Duke. You gotta protect your property. An eye for an eye, a life for life. I say we let him have his night in the woods, Stella. See? She gets it. Now go on home. I mean, it ate all of his chickens. But I've got a film tonight. Oh, shut up, you YouTuber. The video's gotta be out needs to be out by tomorrow evening so I can keep on schedule. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor. And who knows what that'll mean for my career. You ain't the only one on the schedule, but as well as you will know, my boy Bo and me are headed down to the state fair to show off Big Betty. We'll be gone near a whole week, so our chicken coop might as well have a big all-you-can-eat sign on it. You know how I feel about my chickens. I couldn't take it if I lost any more of my poor little ladies. Let's just go, Stella. Let's just go, Stella. He's not gonna budge. You're right, no point in losing any more time arguing. Fine, we'll head back to town. Break a leg out there, Duke. Break a what now? It means good luck, old man. Alright, have a nice night, y'all. Good, I don't want to be in the woods. There's a mountain lion out here. As you and Stella return to the trail, she carefully looks back the way you came. Okay, the coast is clear. There's no way we're letting Duke edge us out that easy. Oh, come on, man. Come on, I know that a trail that'll let us get around them. Oh no, we aren't actually headed back to town? Are you sure you don't want to, like, watch a movie instead? No way. Not with Duke and the shotgun out there waiting to blow our heads off. Let's go with that one. Nuh-uh, no way. Not with Duke and the shotgun out there. I feel like my head intact. Not blown to pieces, thank you very much. Well, I understand your fears, Casper. This is an opportunity for a once-in-a-lifetime adventure. Seize it while you can. Aw, you don't have to worry about old Duke. I've been out tracking with him before. The old man sounds like a truck crashing through the trees when he walks. Even if we do cross paths, we'll hear him long before he catches wind of us. I mean, yeah, we heard him, but you were so freaked out by him that you didn't know it was him. So what good's that gonna do? How are we gonna tell the difference between him and the mountain lion? There's no shaking you, is there? Oh, fine. There's no shaking you, is there? You'll just follow me until I finally relent and go monster hunting with you. I promise it'll be fun and safe. The trail's just up this way. Let's go. Damn it. We're gonna die. Alright, this looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands you the camera and takes position. Ahem. As night falls, my new assistant, the mysterious Casper, and I find ourselves on a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains, where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive yet pungent skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching. Stellars! And keep digging. Gretches. That's adorable. I can take that camera off your hands now. We'll be able to start tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. In the meantime, we get to take in all this gorgeous scenery. It's breathtaking. It's breathtaking. The air is so clean and fresh, I feel like I'm breathing for the first time. It is. I'm glad you came out here. Gretchen has no appreciation for beautiful mountain vistas, and it gets old saying wow into the empty expanse every time I come out here. It's nice to have someone to say wow with. What the heck is that noise? Your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud, percussive snort. We should probably be quiet. Remain silent. Did you hear that? That's the sound deer make when they want to warn the rest of their herd about big scary predators, like us. Let's check it out. What about a different big scary predator? This is scary. I don't like this scene. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of an animal retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlight. Oh my god! A single deer remains behind, staring down at the beam of light while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Oh, what happened to this deer? It's making really weird noises. Pain, rot, decay. A deer. Let me at him. How dare you infringe upon my dearest Stella's personal space? Let me at him! That was weird. And then it's gone. Geez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. Oh my, it seems I was consumed by blinding rage. How very unladylike. What must you think of me? She cannot handle deer. When she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato, and they don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? I think that deer was threatening us. I think there was something wrong with that deer. I think there's something wrong with that deer. There's something wrong with that deer. Did you see its face? Now that you mention it, there was something a little off. A little? Its face was a freaking balloon. I bet it was an abscess. Maybe a tumor. It's not like wild animals can get those taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing. But there's not much we can do about it. Why do you bring Gretchen with you? Why do you bring Gretchen out here with you? She doesn't seem like the safest choice for a hiking companion. Excuse you. Though, after that outburst came over me, well, I suppose I can see the merit of your concern. I actually find her to be quite the opposite. Sure, she wants to chase stuff, but I usually just let her when I'm not on one of my cryptid hunts, so I can't hold it against her. I'm just happy she's still so feisty, even at her age. Pugs aren't exactly known for their good health, but here she is, running around the woods at 17. Damn, she's old. And I feel like the fresh mountain air and exercise have helped a lot in that regard. You defy the laws of nature, don't you, Gretch? It's never too late to turn back. I don't actually think that I'm really cut out for this sort of thing. Those deer generally spook me. I don't know if you want me weighing you down. Don't be so hard on yourself. You just aren't accustomed to the sounds of the forest yet. When you go on your first few night hikes, everything sounds like some horrible monster that's just waiting for the opportunity to shred you to bits. But eventually you realize it's mostly deer and raccoons. Which probably won't go after you. Here, let's take a quick snack break before we get into the night's activities. Maybe some food will help settle your nerves. Food's gonna attract all sorts of creatures. I don't want to do this right now. As you settle down to rest, Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks. What do we want? Trail mix, extra M&Ms, snack bar, dried apricots, take the sesame sticks. I mean... we already have a bag of peanuts, you know? So it's like, let's take something different. I don't know what... I've never had dried fruit before, so let's take a dried apricot. You grab a handful of dried apricots. I actually dried these myself. I wound up getting a bunch of apricots for free from Janie a while back, and didn't know what else to do with them. It's wild how easy they can make it, wild how easy it is to make your own dried fruit. I'd burn my house down. That's neat. Thanks, Stella. Anytime. As long as you're in town, don't worry about food. I've got you covered. You and Stella settle down on an overlook, snacks in hand, and the quiet sounds of evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws at a stick, distracted for the time being. So, tell me, what's it like in Pandemonium? I forgot that's where I lived. Do you have a house, an apartment? Do you live with family, roommates, pets? Tell me what it's like to be Casper. Well, at the moment, I live in a dingy studio apartment. I live in a dingy studio apartment. And I love it. It's a little cramped, the lights flicker, and the toilet is constantly getting backed up because the lady upstairs keeps flushing her cat's litter. It smells like cigarettes for some reason, but it's mine. I mean, technically I guess it's the landlady's, but I don't have to share it with anybody. It's a mess, but it's my mess, and I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, that's a great way to look at things. I can't imagine what it'd be like to share your place with people you don't know. Speaking of, it's gotta be wild staying with Tabby, for both of you. So, what do you do for a living? I build programmatic ads for a company nobody's heard of, sell arts and craft on Etsy. I'm a first-year associate at a big law firm. I'm a streamer, I'm a student, I'm a teacher, I'm in service injury, I'd rather not say. Let's go with the arts and crafts things. I know we could say streamer, but I want to see if this will like make us cause we're building our character, right? And I feel like if we say we do arts and crafts, then maybe we'll open up the ability to craft things later, you know? I feel like streamer is not that useful. I have an Etsy store where I sell stored arts and crafts. Sometimes I'll do commissions, sometimes I'll just sort of find something on the street and fix it up with a quirky design, like giving something a mustache or painting it to look like a bee. Oh, so you're an artist. And you upcycle trash. That's cool, Casper. Oh thanks, I really love what I do. Thanks, Stella. Most people I met tend to raise their eyebrows when I tell them what I do, but you know what? I love it. It might not be much, but it's empowering to feel like I'm taking control of my own destiny. Believe me, I can relate. I don't think I'd give up on what I do for anything. Kenai, for a moment you think you catch something in the tree line from the corner of your eye, but before you can see anything, it's gone. I think I saw something out there. It might be the skunk ape. Do your best to pretend it isn't watching us. We don't want to scare it off. What about you? What's your living situation? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it. I'm glad we could keep it in the family. My great-great-grandfather built the house. He must have done a great job because it's just as sturdy as it's ever been. Keeping the house in the family? Is it just you? Keeping the house in the family? Is it just you there? Yeah, it's just me and Gretchen. My parents died a few years back. But it's okay, I've done my mourning. Life goes on. And we still get to live our beautiful, in our beautiful family home. Just me and Gretchen. Could be a lot worse. Man, we really like our Dead Moms Club. I guess we're both members of the Dead Mom Club. Guess we're both members of Dead Moms Club, huh? I guess we are. How are you holding up? I'm okay, hanging in there. It was a long time coming, so it wasn't a surprise. I'd kind of come to terms with it by the time it actually happened. And it's not all bad. She doesn't have have to be in pain anymore. That's a relief. The hospital bills are another story, though. Yeesh, I can't even imagine how bad that must be. Just salt in the wound at this point. What the hell was that noise? Whoa. My stars. What was that? Stella immediately packs her bag and slings it over her shoulder. Maybe we should have pursued it. I just wasn't sure how I felt about following it if I didn't know what it was. Keen eye, everything else went quiet. You can hear all sorts of wildlife just a second ago, and now it's quiet. You're right, and whatever made that sound is close. Here, hold Gretchen's leash for me and let's check this out. Oh, Gretchen, I will not let you die, I think. You and Stella inch towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods. Stay close, Casper. I wouldn't want any harm to befall you. Talk to animals. As you approach, a series of weak clucks call out from a nearby bush. Chickens! Pain. It's all pain. Buck, buck, buck. Maybe Duke's birds weren't eaten after all. Oh my god. What the hell? Why did it have a tumor? What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. I'm guessing it must be maybe 2-3 feet tall. Doesn't look hairy either. I think we can rule out the skunk ape. But whatever it is, it has one of Duke's chickens. I thought one of us grabbed it. I guess something else did. Looks like it's heading north. Let's go after it. Right behind you. I was on board with this whole thing, but now that we found something... What have you gotten me into? Do we have to? Follow Stella. I don't think we're gonna get a choice. Alright, right behind you. Right behind you. You follow Stella as she sprints into the unknown, Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by her leash. Uh-oh. Chicken. This is not a good place to be. Stella, my darling companion, are you alright? Oof. Oh god, the monsters got you. We're gonna die out here. Oh god, the monsters will get you first. Oh good. Oh good, the monsters will get you first. That's not a good thing to say. Are you okay? Are you okay? Yeah, something's gonna grab her. Yeah, I'm alright. I just tripped on something weird. Oh no, that poor thing. It must have been one of Duke's. Oh Jesus, it's still alive. Don't go near that. Jesus, Stella, don't go near that. That thing is diseased. Stella, be careful. That thing doesn't smell right. Don't worry, don't worry. I'm not gonna touch it. She's totally gonna touch it. Not with my hands, at least. I hate you. And hey, I'm sorry that this is turning out to be so grisly. I swear it's not normally like this. But we can go home after I film this if that's what you want. Don't worry about me. I can keep going. I'm committed to this. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. This is way more than I bargained for. Yeah, this is unexpected, that's for sure. Let me just film this for a second, we can head back. She's gonna die. Ahem. It seems like we found one of Duke's chickens, folks, and she's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tumor, could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much that can be done for her at this point. Jeez, I'm gonna have to put up some massive content warnings for this video. Hey, you hear that? There's something out there, all around us. I can smell it. There's so many of them. Uh-oh. What in the Sam Hill are you two doing out here? Didn't I tell you to... Birdie? Oh, Birdie, what's wrong, darling? Good God. Did y'all see what did this to her? No, but I'm pretty sure we can hear him. Yeah, I can hear him too. We caught a glimpse of something earlier. But we can definitely hear something. Both of these are good. We got a glimpse of something earlier. And we chased after it. It brought us here. Whatever did this to her, I think we can hear them in the trees. Put that camera away, for God's sake, girl. I don't want to be in another of your videos. No one needs to see me like this. No one needs to see Birdie like this. You wouldn't put her online, would you? Not when she's like this, all swollen and hurting. Duke, did you hear me? I think they're coming closer. You stay away from Stella, you mongrels. Come out now, you sons of bitches. Duke, don't shoot them. We have no idea what'll happen. You hear that, Stella? This ain't the sound of something pace-like. Whatever these things are, they'll pay for what they did to my girls. Come on, you. Whatever your name is, grab that flashlight and help me line up a good shot. I can feel that white-hot rage from earlier start to wash back over me. I'm going after them. Uh-oh. As the creatures in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. No, no, no. Quick! They're closing in on us! I don't want Gretchen to die. Dive for Gretchen. Oh my god. You dive forward and scoop Gretchen in your arms just before she manages to wriggle out of her harness. Your eyes fixate on the dark tree line over Duke's shoulder. Oh my god. God damn it! You hear a body hit the ground, and then quiet as the chaos fades, the sounds of nature creep back in. Gretchen? Casper? Duke, are you alright? Oh my god. No. No, I am not okay, but I'm not shot if that's what you're asking. You? I'm okay. What happened? Did I lose myself again? I apologize for being so easily shaken up. I'll do better. Gretchen, here, I'll take her, my poor little pup. Thanks for watching out for her. Duke, are you okay? Oh no. No. Oh my god, Duke, holy shit, what do we do now? What the hell are we supposed to do? I don't know. The police never help with anything. I don't want to go after it though. Can we please just go home? We should probably go to the police though. Just to report that this happened. I mean, if they investigate it, it'll definitely show that, like, he shot himself and we had nothing to do with this, right? We gotta go to the police. What do you mean, what do? We have to take this to police! A man's dead! What happened to Duke? Something wrong with him? Why won't he get up? Oh, you're right. And we have footage of what happened here. But it's so dark and shaky, it all seems so unbelievable. We need more footage. Come on, let's go after them before we lose our chance. No? Are you nuts? A man is dead, Stella. I mean, yeah, you're right. Let's head back and call the police. My phone should get reception once we're back at the main road. I feel like oh my god! As you and Stella quickly make your way back through the woods, the unearthly whispers of creatures unknown once again surround you. Keep moving! You say nothing, continuing forward with grim determination. It's so bad! We're almost there! As you and Stella reach the main road, the whispers fade back into the sounds of nature. That ain't no mountain lion. I think it sounds like they stopped following us. I certainly can't smell that stench anymore. I should get reception now that we're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. You feel a buzz in your pocket. 6 missed calls from Tabitha. And 13 text messages. What do we say? Let's just call her. Or maybe text her that you're okay? Let's call her. You try and call Tabitha back, but it goes straight to voicemail. Text her that you're okay. You text Tabitha back and let her know you're okay. Your message sits unread. Tabitha seems to be worried. It's pretty late, isn't it? Stella pulls out her phone and dials. Hello, Earl? It's Stella Richmond. I'm up on the mountain on the Asagina trail, whatever. Duke is dead, Earl. Shotgun. It happened right in front of us. There's something in the woods. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we're okay, but hurry. Jesus, Earl. Who's gonna tell Bo? I guess now we wait. I feel kind of bad that I picked the dog over Duke. It takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives on the scene. Out of it walk two officers, Sheriff Hugby and the friendly older man, Deputy Franklin, and a serious man wearing sunglasses despite it being the middle of the night. That's weird. Is he hiding something? See? Right there. Oh, the thing just jumps out of the woods and then the shotgun goes off. What in the Sam Hill? What is this, some kind of Pillsbury doughboy? Could have been a naked maniac. No, there was more than one. They chased us through the woods. Whatever they aren't human. They killed Duke. Uh-huh. Now we're gonna have to confiscate the camera. Miss Richmond, if you don't mind, this is evidence. But okay. Let me just turn it off to save the battery. Kenai, you notice Stella pops something out of the camera and slides it up her sleeve. What? Here you go, Deputy Franklin. We appreciate your compliance with the law. We'll get a team out in the morning to retrieve the body, but for now, Sheriff Hugby and I... Please call me Earl. Earl and I will escort you and... Who are you exactly? That's Casper. She came into town today for the funeral. Casper, as in... Tabitha's cousin, yeah. Tabitha's cousin, yeah. Damn, I didn't think you'd actually show. We'll escort you both back into town. If there's a naked maniac on the loose, it's best that you don't walk back on your own. It wasn't a... Never mind. Why aren't you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things out there could attack someone else. Well, it ain't exactly like old Duke's going anywhere at this point. He'll still be out there in the morning. These guys are awful cops. You have to get the evidence while it's still warm. We only have a skeleton crew at the moment. Monday nights are the Deputy Dirkson's bowling nights. We'll be on alert for any more reports of naked maniacs. But retrieving Duke will just have to wait. I mean, it's the mountains though, like... Even if, like, say we weren't concerned about the creepy things in the woods, like an animal could come by and eat them, you know? That's what nature does. Now, if you kindly step into the vehicle, we can return you safely to your home. Do we have to ride back with you, or we can just walk? Those creatures left, we'll be fine. I don't want to walk, are you insane? Give me a ride. I'll sit shotgun. I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist, for your own safety. Okay, thank you. You can ride up front with me, little lady. That is, if your mama permits. But what about Stella? She hates being in those wheeled contraptions. Sure, Earl. You can hold Gretchen on the way back to town. Oh, poor baby! The cops usher you and Stella into the back of their squad car. You're just the cutest little thing, Miss Gretchen. Yes, you are. Sheriff Hugsby pats Gretchen on the head affectionately, but she remains wholly focused on Stella. A worried look stretched across her little pug face as Hugby scratches behind her ears. Kenai, Stella is quiet and stiff next to you. Back ridges, she stares at the window, jaw clenched. Oh, my poor Stella. Neither one of us likes these awful metal beasts. If only I was able to comfort her. Confound this old man who reeks of coffee for keeping us apart. Hey, Stella, you good? She doesn't respond. Place a comforting hand on her shoulder. Sure, let's do that. Reach out and rest your palm gently on her shoulder. She jumps slightly at your touch, but remains focused on the wilderness outside the window. Remain silent. You sit quietly, watching the trees pass in the light of the headlights. Every now and then you think you see a pale, anguished face staring out at you, before it slips back into the darkness. Soon the rumble of gravel beneath the tires gives way to uneven pavement, and the car comes to a stop in front of a small cottage. You two stay out of trouble, and we'll have this all sorted out in the morning. Just good night's sleep. And you, whatever your name was. IP freely, Fox Muddler. Remain silent. Remain silent. You say nothing. Sure, you're in town for the funeral? Good. Don't you go leaving before then. I imagine we'll need to ask you a few questions about everything you've seen tonight. Stella, keep an eye on her for us and make sure she doesn't get into any more trouble. Y'all have a good night now. Bye-bye, Gretchy. You sure have a lovely evening. If any bugaboos give you trouble, you know how to get in touch. And here you are, back in town, away from the woods, with no one but Stella in sight. Holy shit. Okay, Stella, why the hell would you ask if we could walk home? I hope you don't mind me asking, but why on earth do you want to walk home? Yeah, let's go with one of those. Okay, Stella, why the hell would you ask if we could walk home? I just don't like cars is all. They're rolling death machines if you ask me. Sorry if I weirded you out. God, what a night. They seemed a little blasé about everything. They sure seemed a little blasé about a man's death. I can't believe they're waiting until morning to even start looking for him. Who knows what those things are doing to his body right now? I believe that they are well-intentioned, if in over their heads. And what's worse, I think they implied that you're a suspect, even after we showed them all the footage. And they have to pin it on somebody. They're cops. It's their whole job to pin it on somebody. So of course they'd pick me. They'd pick the out-of-towner. Here's hoping the footage clears my name. Yeah, no kidding. But it's okay. I'm not gonna let anything bad happen to you. Nor will I. Though I have a little understanding of police work. I was there. I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, it'll never hold up in court. And it won't get to that point either, because we're going to do a little investigating on our own. We've got to find out more about those things. If we get a clear footage, or better yet, trap one of them, there's no way they can blame you for what happened. The library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids and they have never come across anything like this. There's someone in town who might have some useful information. My friend's mom. Her place isn't far. We should over there now before it gets any later. Sure, why not? Let's keep this nightmare going. I should check in on Tabitha. Should probably check in on Tabitha. My friend's place is on the way back, and stopping shouldn't take too long. You sure you don't want to stop in first? I know I wouldn't want to head up the mountain road by myself after everything that's happened tonight. I don't know, man. Like, Tabitha wasn't answering and she left this unread. Like, what if something happened to her? I'm worried about her, you know? But I also don't want to go on the mountain road by myself. You put it like that. Sure, let's do it. Awesome, let's go. I'm glad you're sticking it out with us. It's always nice to have an extra companion. I hope she's still awake. She knocks on the door. What the hell is that? Out of the corner of your eye, you spot a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. Is that Duke? Stella, I think someone's watching us. Stella, I think someone's watching us. Stella turns to look. Casper. Jesus. Welcome home. Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. An older woman stands in the entryway. Get inside now. Go home, Wayne. I can't help you tonight. You look back and the figure is already gone, disappeared into the shadows of the night. Sorry about that, Stella. Some people just can't be helped. What brings you out here so late? And who is this? Hi, Mrs. Forsyth. Forsyth? This is Casper. Is it okay if we come in? Okay, of course. You're in luck. I just put on water for hibiscus tea. And for goodness sake, you can call me Sybil. You're an adult now, after all. Welcome to my little nook. This place seems nice. This place always has the loveliest aromas. It's nice to finally meet you, Casper. I was so sorry to hear about your mother. Vivian was such a lovely soul. and she's been sorely missed in the holler. And now poor Perline's gone as well. Do let me know if there's anything you need while you're in town. You want some boiled peanuts? No, let's not weird her out. Who is that outside? Just a very sick man. You don't need to be worried about him. What do you mean by that? You knew my mom? Of course, dear. She was a good friend of mine for many years. She was such a lovely woman. You should come by sometime. I can delight you with unsavory tales of her youth. I never met Perline. You don't have to pass on your condolences to me. I have no feelings about that woman. Huh, that's fair, child, but seemed like the right thing to do. How did you know my mom died? Oh, Perline was a chatty woman. Not much went on that I wouldn't get an earful of. Bless her heart. You want some boiled peanuts? I mean, might as well. We're asking everybody else. You hold out your bag of peanuts as a gift to Sybil. She offered you and Stella tea, after all. It's only polite to offer something in return. Oh my, thank you for the kind offer, dear, but I'm afraid it's far too late for me to have something so salty. We need your help. Oh yes, I suppose pleasantries can wait for another time. What's got you here so late? You seem troubled. You know about weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff? I'm not so sure I follow, dear. I know which oils to use for which aches. I know a little bit of classical spiritualism. Just what sort of unexplainable things are you talking about? Duke was killed tonight by something in the woods. Oh my lord. Have you contacted the police? Yeah, and they didn't take it very seriously. They're not even looking for the body until tomorrow. Those things out there, I don't even know how to describe them. Can't say I know much about local wildlife. My daughter has always had a brighter gift for nature than I. This wasn't local wildlife, Mrs. Forsyth. Here, I can show you. Stella pulls out the card she swiped from the camera and pops it in her phone. I wasn't about just to let the police hold on to this, at least not before we had a chance to make a copy. Smooth. I mean, the cops are kind of useless, so... Smooth. Smooth. The cops wouldn't know what to do with the footage anyway. Imagine if they actually accidentally erased it. Yeah, that would have been bad. Exactly, I'll give it to them if they ask again, but for now we can examine the footage for ourselves. Where was this? Up on the mountain to the northwest. Within the town limits? Yes. I see. Is there a way to make the video bigger and louder if you can? I'll need to plug the memory card into a computer. Go back and get mine. I think your tea is done, lady. You can hear it whistling. No need. Kanika should still be awake. She can lend us hers. Kanika? Are we seeing Kanika? You better come with, Stella. I'm sure she'll be more willing to help a friend than her nosy mother. Kenai, Kanika's door is covered with stickers, their edges frayed from recent but failed attempts to remove them. This is a childhood room of someone who was... what? This is a childhood room someone was unhappy to return to. Kanika, come out. We could use a little help. What, Mom? Oh, hey, Stella. And Gretchen, who's a good potato. Kanika, it is me. Am I a good potato? I most certainly hope I am. And a stranger. What are you doing in my house? Want some boiled peanuts? You hold out your boiled peanuts. Generosity is the best way to make new friends. No. Tabitha's cousin? Yep. Sweetie, we were wondering if we could borrow your laptop. Stella and her friend have a video to show us. It's really important, Kanika. Okay. My room's a mess, so I'll just bring it out there. Heads up, Kanika. This is graphic. Duke got killed out in the woods tonight. It's on the recording. Wait, are you serious? Duke's dead? We can watch this without you. You know I have a harder stomach than any of our friends. I'm pressing play. Silence washes over the room as the video plays. Stella, what the hell is this? This is far beyond my ability to contribute. I'll leave the thinking to you humans. I'm sorry either of you had to see this, but Casper and I have no idea how to make heads or tails of it. Stella, are you okay? Did you get hurt? I'm fine. Really, I'm okay. Well, I'm not fine. The other three look at you, unsure what to say. Poor Duke. Poor Beau. Has anyone told him yet? They just ignored me. They ignored my cry for help. We talked to the police. I hope they told Beau, but Earl and Deputy Franklin didn't seem to be in too much of a hurry to do anything. I'll call them later than that. But for now, we have something far more serious to discuss. I agree. Those things are still out there. And as long as they are, more people are in danger. So very true, but not for the reasons you think. These things, my grandmother called them the ditchlings. They are a terrible omen, a sign of great suffering and destruction to come. Mom, come on, whatever's doing this is serious. Stop scaring Stella and Casper with this tally-po crap. A man just died. Have some respect. Kanika, sweetie, let your mother talk. Those creatures themselves are harmless to people, despite that grisly scene in the woods. How can you say that? Duke is dead. Duke shot himself in the head. An unfortunate accident and nothing more. Just as birds flock before a storm, the ditchlings congregate where tragedy is soon to fall. See one is to be cursed by fate. Jesus, Mom, they clearly had a rough night. They don't need this. It's okay, Kanika, this is helpful. Stella, whatever these things are, they aren't magic. We can't rule that out, not after what we saw. But fine, let's focus on what we know. Whatever they are, they're doing something to these animals. You saw the chicken in our video. What was that growth? Maybe the ditchlings were here for Duke. I don't know about that. They're definitely here for animals. Maybe they're making more of themselves. Yeah, maybe what we're seeing here is some sort of parasitic larva stage, part of their life cycle. But I don't want to jump to any conclusions about this out there, not without doing some research or talking to a biologist. I'm sure there's a rational explanation that'll clear all of this up. Oh dear, I'd forgotten entirely about the tea I put on. Let me fix you up a couple of cups. It'll help soothe your nerves. I don't know, it's getting late and I should let Casper get some rest. I ran her ragged today with all the hiking and running through the woods in terror. I just want to go home. You don't have to leave on my account. Yeah, I'm ready to pass out. It's nice meeting you, though. I can keep going. I'm still wired. I can stay out. I'm still wired from everything that happened. Okay. Maybe it's that I'm eager to get home and start doing some research. I'll start to ask around my usual forums to see if anyone has information on ditchlings. Is that what you call them? That's right. You go on home now, and do try to get some rest. Don't stay up all night on the online. Let me get some house-made peppermint tea to go. It really does wonders to soothe the soul. Bye, Stella. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? And call me if you need to talk. Thanks, Kanika. I'll see ya. Bye, Casper. Can we wait till morning to do this? It's excellent iced or warm, though with the nights getting chillier, warm will probably be the best. Helps wake up the bones. Be careful out there, both of you. Can't we do this in the morning? Can't you give us a ride? I don't want to do this. Sybil turns and closes the door behind her. I mean, this is why I said I was still wired or whatever. I didn't want to go out here. What an unfortunately short visit. Alrighty, let's head back home. My home, I mean. Well, if that guy's still out here. And here we are. You're welcome to stay the night if you want. I want to check on Tabitha, but I don't want to be out in the night in the woods. I'm terrified of being alone tonight. Thanks for the offer. I'm terrified of being alone tonight. Yeah, no kidding. I can't say I was looking forward to it myself. Doesn't take long for Stella to fix up a guest room for you. While it's certainly smaller than its counterpart at the estate, it's far better cared for. It's so exciting to have a guest. I can remember the last time we've had company. Make yourself at home. Who's that guy outside of Sybil's? Cyble's. Who's that guy outside of Cyble's? People usually don't get jump on me like that. Wayne? I haven't really gotten to know the guy. I think he works in the mine. It might be worth looking into him. What do you... I should probably tap the... What do you make of all this? Gosh, I don't even know where to begin. Those creatures are out there and Duke is dead. I know that some of the things Sybil said were a little wild, but if she is right and they are an omen, maybe we can change things and stop whatever's brought them here before it happens. I don't know what to think. That's fair. We'll have to see what tomorrow's research turns up. I should probably try calling Tabitha. Right, she's probably like to know that you're not dead. Get some rest, Casper. I'll see you in the morning. I'm on the verge of passing out myself. What an exciting, if terrible day. You pull out your phone and call your cousin. It rings for a moment before she picks up. Oh, thank God she's okay. Where the hell have you been? I called you back. I called you back as soon as I had reception. Did you? I didn't notice. Do you know anyone... Oh, I watched a man die tonight. That's true. But let's do explore, because that's an option. Do you know anyone named Wayne? I employ over 100 people. I'm sure I know Wayne. I watched a man die tonight. I went into the woods with this girl I met to find some cryptids and ended up with us watching a man die. Ah, so you met Stella, then. Ugh. That explains everything. She's gotten you all worked up. I'm going to bed. I'll collect you tomorrow. From the comfort of Stella's guest bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else, though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe and you're warm. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters, and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a relaxing week in the mountains with a new friend. It's a nice thought, but deep down you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. From behind closed doors, you can faintly hear the sounds of quiet sobs. Maybe her parents died in a car crash or something. She seems to really not like cars, but I also think she's crying because Duke's dead. But I think we reached the end of episode 1. I don't know if that was the right thing to do with Duke. I mean... I don't know what, like, grabbing the flashlight would have done. Like, sure, like, we would have gotten a better view of it, but we could already see it pretty damn well. And it's like, maybe Duke dying is just a canon event, you know? Because, like, he accidentally shot himself. Like, you know, like, I don't know if having a clear view would have prevented him from turning the gun into his neck and shooting off his own head. What is that pile of blood in the corner? Whose house is this? That wasn't the person that we've met before. But I feel like maybe grabbing the dog was the right choice, because like if they would have taken the dog, then there's a chance that the dog would have become a mutated monster later on, you know? I don't know. I mean, the thing is, humans are also animals, so if this thing is a parasitic thing that's infecting all animals, then the humans are still probably gonna be able to, like, carry whatever this is. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Wayne guy is probably contaminated, you know? I'm curious about what this all has to do. There's scratches on that door. What this all has to do with this mansion, you know? Like, maybe Perline isn't dead. Maybe she's in there. That was weird. They're locking something in that room. Scarlet Hollow. This is very interesting, though. This is the end of episode 1. Episode 2 awaits. Steve from Blue's Clues. Oh, that was for having keen eyes as my trait. If you'd like to continue with this world state in episode 2, please save your game now. Okay. Okay. I don't want to save yet. Or I don't want to continue yet. I think we'll end it for now. I don't like the whispers. Thank you. You don't have to do that. So that's all for this one. That was a really good first episode. Like I was saying before, I think there's like 5 episodes in this game, but like I don't think they're all out yet. And I think that like as the episodes continue, they get longer and longer. So I don't know. I'm not sure how I want to space out this playthrough yet, but if you guys really like this game, I would definitely want to play episode 2. But yeah, let me know what you think of like my decisions. I don't know. I feel like I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, but I think, you know, it's not so much as getting the game done perfectly. It's about making it interesting. And I don't know. I feel like we just met Duke. We weren't that attached to him yet, right? And now he gets to like live in a hive mind with his chickens or whatever the hell is going on with them that's making them all bloated. I don't know. It's so weird. It has to have something to do with Perline and my mom, you know? Like, they gotta be locked up in that mansion. Although, I think, me and my mom moved out of the town, so it's gotta just be Perline in there, right? Unless if, like, my mom came back for some reason, but I don't know. Let me know what you think of the game and the decisions I've made down in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. This is Casper Kuma, over and out.